Implement your way to success. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim Palmer's 2013 Ride the Rebound Mastermind and Coaching Program, the place to claim your share of the economic boom or create your own. Join Jim and other successful entrepreneurs for an exciting and profitable journey as you take your business to the next level and beyond. Get all the details now at www.ridetherebound.com. That's www.ridetherebound.com.
Hey everybody, it's Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. I'm here at the Westin Hotel where James Malinchak's big money speaker boot camp is going on. I run into my awesome friend Martin Howie. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. So good to be with you.
Martin is also the co-author of It's Okay to Be Scared But Never Give Up. Our book, we touched a lot of lives with that book, didn't we?
We have, absolutely.
So I asked Martin to come on Newsletter Guru TV. Martin is like the premier consultant to consultants. You have set up like over 100,000 consultants, many different countries over your career. And so you, like me, go to a lot of live events and seminars, and I'm always amazed that you come home with pages of notes and a lot of ideas, and maybe you even invest in a program or a product, and then it sits, and it doesn't get used. So do you have any tips for anybody that either comes to seminars or events, or maybe they invest in a program or product, and then what can they do to make sure they have some success with that program?
Well, great questions, and yes, I do. I've been coming to seminars for many, many years, and Jim, when I come to seminars, I come for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm looking for some new ideas. Either new ideas that I haven't heard before that I can implement in my business or I can teach somebody else, or I'm looking to be reminded of some things that I knew a long time ago but I've forgotten. I'm not using them anymore. Another reason I come is to meet new people I've never seen before, people that I might be able to set up some joint ventures with, or I might be able to bring on as clients. Mm-hmm. And another reason I come is to reconnect with people I haven't seen for a while, like you, for instance. And other people I've seen here that maybe we've kind of lost touch, and reconnect, and maybe we can establish some business relationships there. So those are some of the reasons that I come. When I come, there's some specific things I look for. 3 things in particular. Number one, what is the speaker actually saying? What do they say? What kind of a message are they giving the people in the audience? Second thing is, how are they doing what they do? Why are they doing this? Why did they use that particular slide? Why do they have the stage set up this way? Why do they have the room set up this way? How are they acting? How are they moving? How are they engaging with the audience?
So you're actually dissecting the seminar from a presentation standpoint.
Absolutely. What can I learn? I've been doing this for 47 years, but I can still learn something. School's never out for the pro.
Right.
You keep coming back and you keep looking and you say...
School's never out for the pro. That's a keeper right there.
You keep coming back and saying, now why did he do that? Why did he move that way? Why did they come down into the audience this way? Why did he touch that person? How do you touch a woman if you're going to be out in the audience? You don't touch them this way first, you touch them with the back of the hand because it's non-threatening. You always touch a man before you touch a woman. So you start looking and you start dissecting what's going on. And then the third reason, the thing that I'm looking for is the behind the scenes. What's going on? When they're not on stage, what's happening? How is the room set up? Why is it set up that way? What are the people at the back table doing? If there is a back table, if they have a place where to go, you can go and give a testimonial. How is that set up? How are they making sure the testimonial is given without picking up all the ambient noise in the room? Sometimes you see these testimonials and people are trying to talk, and there's so much room you can't hear them, right? So how is the lighting set up? You start looking at behind the scenes. Why would I do that? Because I put on events too. And I want to learn from what other people are doing. Even though I've done this for so many years, I don't know it all. And I may have forgotten some things. Mm-hmm. Now, just in the seminar that we're in today, I found several things that I could either do or improve on what they were doing, and I made notes of those things.
Yeah.
Now you say, well, I come home with pages of notes. What am I going to do? The first thing I do is I don't take a lot of notes on what somebody said. I take a lot of notes on what they did. And then I find the 2 or 3 things that I think that I can implement in my business right away. I put stars by those, and then those are the things I work on when I get back. So I don't have 27 pages of notes to go through. I have a handful of stars to go through. And then when I get those stars implemented in my business, now I can go back and say, all right, what else can I do?
That's awesome. You know, I learned a long time ago when I was first getting into this and coming home with, oh, look at this, I got a binder full of stuff, right? And it doesn't get done. So like you, I try and I even think about it. If I write this down, am I actually going to do it? Because I only want to look for 2 or 3 things. So realistically, that's all I'm going to do.
Hey,
So-
one more thing, Jim.
Okay.
When you come to a seminar, you're going to a specific seminar that has a title. They're going to be talking about something in that seminar. Before you even sign up for a seminar, make sure you know why you're going to that seminar. Not going to a seminar just to go to a seminar.
Right.
I'm going to that seminar because the title of it is this. Now, what do I want out of that seminar? What one specific thing am I looking for? If you get that one specific thing on the first day of a 3-day seminar, you probably don't even need to stay for the other 2 days. You've got that information. Go home. Implement that one thing if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for general, how do they do it kind of thing, that's a whole other thing.
You know, it's interesting you say that. And first of all, I'm sure the people putting on the shows don't necessarily subscribe to that. But, you know, I actually learned when I started writing books from a very talented editor that put all your good stuff up front, because people aren't going to read the whole book. They might read the first third of the book. So it's kind of that same strategy you just talked about. So in closing here, I want to give one thing that I shared with you at breakfast this morning. Because it is all about implementation and implementing what you learn. So you know, about 2 months ago, I did a half-day presentation for my friend Lee Meltier at her Peak Performers Mastermind group, and Lee very nicely sent me a gift, and it was from Brookstone. It was this thing where you put a little ring around your key, and then if you lose your keys, you press a button and you'll find it. That thing is still shrink wrapped on my desk. And 2 days ago, actually before I came here 2 days ago, I lost my darn keys and I couldn't find them. It took me like almost all day to find them, and I kept looking at that box and going, if I had only implemented. So it's good to implement. I mean, you make the investment, aside from seeing friends and develop a new relationship. When you implement what you learn, that is how you're going to grow your business. Any parting thoughts before we...
Yeah, I do. Jim, you only told part of the story. Tell the rest of the story. Now, you lost the key and you called the dealership. Talk about the value of the key.
Yeah. So I said, I looked for the key for like 10 minutes, all right? I even got out my drop light, and I'm under the seats, like lighting up my car, like, where is that key? And I said, well, I got more work to do. So I went inside and I called the dealership, and they said it's $90. It's one of these smart keys where you just push the button on the car, right? $90. All right, I'm back out there, and I found my key. It was wedged between the driver's seat and the center console, but it was like, wow, there was actually a consequence, a financial consequence to not implementing, which is what I joked about this morning.
Jim and Phil want to tell part of the story. We talk about this at breakfast. There's a takeaway that people can use in this
All right,
story.
you tell that, because I'm
All right.
obviously brain dead at the moment.
Jim got a gift. Somebody gave him something that he could locate his key with. He took it home and he put it on the shelf, on the counter, and it remained there shrink wrapped. When the time came to use that he needed to use it, when he lost his key, he didn't have it. He could have used that product that he had to find his key. It could have saved him $90. Well, fortunately, he found the key. But here's the takeaway. When you go to a seminar or you go to an event, you take pages of notes, you get a lot of information. When you go home, what do you do with it? You probably put it on your desk thinking, I'll get back to that at some time, but you never get back to it. It's still sitting there. And later on, when you could have applied some of these things that you learned in your business to make some results in your business, you weren't able to do that because you never opened up the package. You're still sitting there. The key is this. If Jim would have taken that little ring and put it on his key, when he lost his key, he could have found it. If he would have implemented and used the gift that he was given, he could have benefited. Same thing with you. When you go to a seminar and you take the notes, don't go home and put them on your desk and do nothing with them. Do something with them. That's the only way you're going to benefit from the gift that you've just gotten.
And now you see why I love this man, Martin Howie. Thanks for coming on, because I clearly screwed up that message, but you bailed me out. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you for sharing the story, because out of that little thing we talked about at breakfast, we got something that's usable and we can pass on to other people. And now here's the key. Whatever you learn at a seminar or whatever you pick up, figure out how can I apply that to me and my business. So we just took this little thing about the key and applied it to how you can use information from your seminars. Find those kinds of things in everything that you do.
Excellent. So implement. It's one of the best ways to boost your profits. And before the day's out, look for ways that you can add more value to what it is that you do for your customers, clients, and patients. When you add more value, wrap it up with world-class service, they end up staying longer. And when they stay longer, they spend more and refer more. And that's a great thing in anybody's business, right, Martin?
That's absolutely true.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jim.
And my name is Jim Palmer. I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. Be sure to check out Stick Like Glue Radio, my 30-minute weekly podcast. You can get it at jimpalmer.com, getjimpalmer.com, or iTunes. And until next episode, you take care.